today's video, we'll be looking at bizarre woke TikToks that will make you rethink reality.
I have to speak in code, so this is why I do that consistent intro, because if you knew what happens in messages and yeah. So to the beautiful deity watching this, I don't know what I'm talking about. Take everything I say with a grain of salt, do your own research. To the oppressor, you know what it is, man. I gotta do what I gotta do. Don't kill the messenger, nor the messenger's family. So yes, witches, warlocks, sorcerers, and wizards do run our government. Politicians, the media, they're all there. They're in the industry, anything you can think of, and they are clones as well. You know, because if they go against their operation, you know what happens to them. They get offed, and therefore they're clone number 2, clone number 3, they will come into office or whatever, and they do the job that the first batch couldn't handle. So they do need young blood, because look, they want to look like this again. Mind you, they really look like this, but how do they look like this? That adrenochrome baby, you know what I'm saying? And what's crazy, you can blame the Illuminati, that's not even it. Illuminati means to be illuminated. So therefore, the people who use all that shit are just enlightened, bro. And mind you, that's just the surface of what's really going on. That's not even half of it. These secret societies are ran by people who aren't even people, first of all. They just disguise themselves as people to make sure that the masses, the humans, don't fucking kill themselves from how they look. And when I say witches, warlocks, and wizards, yes, they exist, because if you think about it, most of you have iPhone 13s, 14s, 12s, right? Let's think about it. They already have plans for the iPhone 20. And mind you, you don't think it came out yet, but it already came out. Flying cars, flying bikes, flying buildings, those things exist. But of course, you are late to that. But when you see that, that has already been implemented. Therefore, what do you think is happening? This world is literally...
Man, speaking on that, right? You got to look at these old videos back in the day of like the technology that they had back then. They had like electric cars. They had like basically little drones that you could stand on and fly around. And this is like late 1800s, you know? So what he's saying is 100% true. Like, for instance, to be more relevant, when the PlayStation 4 came out, right? I'm pretty sure they had technology for the PlayStation 4 probably in the 60s. You know what I'm saying? They just didn't know how to release it to the masses. So they said, okay, can we capitalize off of this technology? They eventually figured it out. Okay, let's start putting out these gaming systems, you know, and each year they're going to get better and better. But like he's saying, they already have this technology. We just don't have access to it.
Really ran by people who cast spells, and they're evil, damn near. Therefore, there are different terms for Hollywood, and mind you, this derived from the term holly tree. And mind you, these occultists, these beings use the branches from this tree to do their magic. So for example, with Harry Potter, that is an example of magic, because there are such thing as Harry Potters literally walking around in plain sight. But yes, there are literally people with invisible cloaks who are walking right in front of your face and you would never know. And yes, the spell casting is so strong, they literally hide it with subliminal messaging and music in schools, prisons. They do this even in food, mind you, they do this every single day. That's how powerful this magic is. So if you don't believe in magic, if you don't believe in wizards and warlocks, that's literally the point of how strong this magic is. It's so strong, you don't even think that it's real. And they're really right in front of your face. And mind you, if you watch TV or if you watch the government or the news, they disguise themselves as people. But turn them cameras off, turn that TV off, they'll show you who they really are under them disguised masks and cloaks that they wear, or costumes.
And we got the wolves, and then we have the vamps.
So any of my followers ever watched any David Straight videos? I'll be honest, this is my first time hearing of David Straight, so I have no clue what we're about to watch, guys. But it looks pretty interesting.
Okay. These guys are Illuminati. Can I spell that even close? Who cares? Who cares how you spell it? Illuminati. They drink the blood of children. They live off adrenochrome. How many people use Google? How many people use Android? You know you support child trafficking?
Oh no, y'all. What I'm gonna use now? Yahoo? Ask Jeeves? Anybody remember Ask Jeeves? Like, that's so old, so long ago. Man, I guess I just can't use Google no more, because, like, that's a hard hit right there. Talking about I support that. I don't like that feeling.
What is Google's operating system? It's Adreno. What is their search engine? Chrome.
Whoa.
Verizon.
What? Oh my gosh. And I got like Chromecast. Oh man, I use Google Chrome to search. It's all bad.
Who has Verizon? Moloch. Verizon worships the god of Moloch.
Oh my God, and Verizon. Yeah, I literally just switched providers to Verizon. Who I'm gonna go with now? Mint Mobile?
Big corporations that we're all supporting innocently, and you're supporting child trafficking. They fund it. They create foundations to pay the wolves to traffic the children. These guys are more numerous than you think. Many, many, many of them. It's bigger than that.
I've heard that they've got armies
Oh yeah,
ready to,
protectorates.
and armies ready to.
What if I told you most of them pose as if they're helping the children?
Yeah.
What if I told you some of them were UNICEF?
Definitely.
What
Yeah,
if I
I
told
heard
you they
that.
were a lot of ex-military groups with special arrest powers working under, say, Veterans for Children,
So that's what I heard just recently.
and they're protecting the Illuminati and the vampires?
Just recently I'd read that they've got all these
Hmm.
ex-military.
And what if I told you that they put in a price on the head of people like Tim Holmseth and me and others?
Yes.
Reasons why Africans
Yo, that is crazy. I gotta go watch the full video now. I need to know about the wolves, the sheepdog, and the sheep. I mean, there's so many sheep out here, you know. The majority of the world are sheeple, in my opinion. But yeah, I'm gonna look into that. If you guys have watched his videos before, let me know in the comments. Let me know if it's worth it. You know, I don't want to go out and waste my time watching his videos, you know, if it turns out being something that I thought it wasn't. But that video was pretty interesting.
are repressed, but let me tell you the reason why. Is when I say that you are the most powerful beings, you are the most powerful beings. You have to understand that you were like the first people to bring in advanced technology. You were the owners and creators of Atlantis. Okay? You people helped create advanced technology that these supposedly reptilians invented. They didn't invent shit. Okay? And the Arcturians, they didn't invent shit either. All of you fucking melanated fucking gods, you invented that shit. Okay? And you see what happened is that Egypt, like, so in ancient Egypt, Africa, that's fucking Atlantis. You guys were the owners of that, okay? You did not live with, like, yeah, that's beautiful too, like, later on in other parts of Africa where you guys have your ancient stuff, but I'm talking advanced technology that you had here, okay? And you have to understand that the reason why you are so repressed is because aliens were interested in how advanced you were. They wanted to fuck you up because you were so powerful, and they took you off your throne, and they
I was on the boat and I came back down to earth so I can be your daughter.
Oh, that's what happened?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
That's when we started to have the first interbreeding occurring that led to blue-eyed, white-skinned people. The only people that actually seem to have been generated by the Earth's own evolution is black people. Those are the only racial types that we have on Earth that you don't see in people that come from other planets, and that makes them very special.
R.
What?
Was.
Two.
Hold on, that baby's smart than a mug. He can't be no more than 8 months reading like that?
What?
Like
Me.
me.
There you go with that crazy stuff again.
I can't move the paper with my mind.
How you gonna move the paper with your mind, London?
But I can move it with my mind.
Let me see, cause I think you tripping. You not do what the heck? You not doing that. You are not doing. Oh, she is not doing. Oh my baby! Oh, that's scary.
That's scary. Yeah, what y'all doing if y'all see this in person? Like if, you know, a kid just comes over and starts moving stuff with their mind like Matilda.
I don't know if this is just me.
That's crazy. Hey, Shorty was talking some real stuff at the beginning, you know, talking about, you know, how Africa and stuff is nice and all, but we originally from Atlantis, America. This is our homeland, you know. Empires was out here. It's crazy. She wasn't telling nothing slick to a can of oil, though. We know what's up.
Me, but like I don't look at death the same no more. Like it's not sad to me. It doesn't hit me like it used to, because technically we're so-called dead now, or actually should I say we are sleeping. We are just in a dream, and when we actually go back over to the other side, or so-called crossover, we really wake up to the dream that we were in. Because as we understand, we are just the energy inside this vessel. We are not the vessel, so we never really die. And then you understand this is just a holographic simulation. None of this is real. Meaning that this is just a video game that we created with many different lessons and obstacles to get us to ascend into higher realms and dimensions. So picture it as you're playing a game and you create a player, and the player you created is you. It's us right now. But see, the reason it feels so real is because you chose to play the game in first person. Meaning it looks like you're physically here, but you're really not. When you so-called cross over and go back to the other side, you come back into the realization that you were sitting behind a controller in front of a TV the whole time, but you've just been playing the game in first person, so it seemed real, but it was never real. And it was until you crossed over you realized that it was just a created player in a video game, that it was never really you. The real you was controlling that player. And once that player died, you came back into a realization that you were behind the TV screen playing as a character in first person the whole time. So death is beautiful to me if you complete your lessons and you learn what you need to learn and do what you got to do, so you don't have to come back here and you sit in the higher realms. But see, as we know, if the person doesn't learn his lessons and fulfill his purpose, that they have to come back around. That's the really only bad part about it. But of course, there's still emotions and things attached to it, because they're not with you in this physical realm no more, but they didn't really die. Just think of it as you're in a game and a player leaves the game. That's really all it is. But it's still understandable, because things that really get us stirred up is them not being in this physical holographic simulation anymore. Their presence is no longer here to where we can physically play this game with them anymore. But even then, you understand they still never left. They're still here. You just can't physically see them or touch them like you used to, because you have to understand that this vessel was never our true form anyways. We got programmed to think that's our true form. This is just literally a vehicle for us to experience in this 3D dimension. And I'm sure y'all already knew this, but for the people that don't, hopefully y'all take some from this. Love y'all.
Hey, look, y'all. I'm gonna need to have a conversation with my real self if this is true. Because if my real self chose me as the character to play with, I need to ask them, why would you choose a character who went bald? You dig what I'm saying? Like, anytime I play the game and I create my own player, I'm never picking the bald character. Never. I'm always getting a cool little hairstyle or something. Man, I gotta have a talk with my real self, y'all.
I need some of y'all to listen closely to this. There are some people that you cannot unplug from the matrix. This is because they are eternally a part of it. Their code coincides with it. So you see now, you cannot wake them up, because they cannot exist outside of this matrix. They are programmed to defend the program.
I see.
That's crazy.
Fact I must debunk. It no much indoctrination I was taught. My oppressor tells me everything. You show me proof, but I still no believe.
For real.
I have access to same internet, but won't look shit up.
Yo,
Man,
for
get the
real. I ain't gonna lie, that's mood all the time. So many people like that talking about they can't look something up, but they on their phone scrolling. You can't go search something on your phone. It's crazy, y'all. But yeah, these are some of the most woke TikToks that are gonna make you rethink your reality. If you like the content, don't forget to subscribe, turn your notification bell on, and until next time, YouTube, peace.